faxing a few bills to my brother in Cleveland so he can pay his electric bill, or else it's lights out.
When it comes to sending and receiving money around the world, millions of loved ones rely on Western Union.
I'm sending money to Africa to help with my son's school bills.
Western Union serves 190 countries and offers a money-back guarantee. And with over 170,000 agent locations, there's got to be one near you.
The money is guaranteed. I wish his grades were.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
Toyota's Open Road is calling with a huge selection of amazing deals. Right now, get 0% APR financing or $750 cash back on Toyota Corolla, Matrix, Solara, or Tacoma. Or 0% or $1,000 back on Toyota Camry, Highlander, or the 4-door Tundra Double Cab. Take your own road in the Tundra Regular or Access Cab and get 0% or $1,500 back. But step on it before Toyota's Open Road leaves you in the dust. See your Toyota dealer today.
I like things in life that are the best. My best friend, the best cuts, and of course the best place for these. My son. Chris, let me call you back. I'm a little busy.
It's Radio Shack for Father's Day. Get an AudioVox 8600 color screen phone from Verizon Wireless for just $29.99 with 2-year agreement. Plus free in-network calling to any Verizon Wireless customer anytime, virtually anywhere from the national in-network coverage area. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Frank, have you seen this debate for the president of beers?
Oh, I'm immersed in it.
They've got an irritating spokesperson running against a Budweiser Clydesdale.
Yeah, the horse is looking good.
I mean, the horse doesn't say a word, and he comes off smarter than the spokesperson.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, plus, who would you rather have for president? An irritating spokesperson or a majestic Clydesdale who is symbolic of warm holiday fun?
I'll take the horse.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
In a choice between a horse and a guy who's only part of a horse, give me the horse any day.
Jesse James' instant rise to fame has come with a price.
I'm a victim of my own success.
To save his sanity and soul, Jesse builds the copper chopper and finds redemption on 2 wheels. Join Jesse James and Kid Rock on the road to nowhere. Motorcycle Mania 3, premiering tomorrow at 9, only on the Discovery Channel.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Capital Honda, Northern California's #1 Honda sales leader since 1993. Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. Radio Shack. U.S. Army, GoArmy.com. And by Northern California Toyota, kick another 4 doors to the curb, introducing the 2004 Toyota Tundra Double Cab. Beautiful skyline of Chicago, Illinois. We're on the Lake Michigan, Soldier Field, the recently renovated Soldier Field where the earthquakes and the Chicago fire. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of renovated Soldier Field. Coach Dominic Kinnear and the Earthquakes playing in their white road uniforms, working from the left to the right here at Chicago Field. And red, all red of the Firemen from Chicago, a team that for 7 straight weeks has been in first place of the Eastern Conference, though a disappointing road loss last week. We're underway, and the Quakes would like to thank all their sponsors for allowing us to bring tonight's match to you. Commercial free. Throw in on the far side, headed away by Chicago. The Quakes trying to become the first team in the league tonight to win 3 times away from home. The history here is almost even, 7, 5, and 6 in the favor of Chicago. 3 of the last 4 games, all of them with Pat Onstad in the nets, have gone nothing at the conclusion. So we're not really excited about that idea tonight. Mapp knocked away by Ian Russell.
Yeah, Pat's been a good almond for him.
Denny Clanton getting the start as they work with 3 defenders. Send it downfield to the very tall forward Nate Jaqua, cleared away by the rookie Ryan Cochran. The man in the middle tonight is Alex Pruce, working along Tom Supple, Rick Eddy, and Abby Okalaja is the 4th official. The throw in the corner, centering cross, knocked away by Craig Weibel, cleared away by San Jose, and at the halfway line, Chicago will throw it in. Dwayne De Rosario had a pretty good week, 2 goals in a 4-0 Canadian win in Kingston, Ontario over Belize.
Yeah, that was a very good victory for Canada. Now they're through to the next round, and Dwayne scored 2 goals, and hopefully he's coming here tonight and keep that record going.
Throw into Jaqua in the corner, defended there by Cochran and by Weibel. His cross taken out of the air by Wes Hart. Wes Hart left foots it down toward the halfway line, headed forward by Denny Clanton, but San Jose controls it. Long pass for Brian Ching. Jim Curtin. Those of you on TV may not recognize Curtin with the shaved off head. The moppy head is no longer. C.J. Brown, the San Jose State Spartan, playing on the left fullback spot. Ryan Cochran, though, will head it away for San Jose. Kelly Gray, the San Jose native, gets a touch. Richard Mulrooney plays it in the center of the field for Ramiro Corrales.
Yeah, what I think you're going to see here tonight is the Chicago defenders trying to bypass their midfield and try to get the ball into their forwards a little bit quicker than usual. C.J.
Brown couldn't knock it out of the air, and it goes out of play. So let's take a look at Perry's points here tonight.
Yeah, a couple things that I thought about. You know, there's got to be a dominance right here in the midfield. Looking at Chicago's lineup, they've got some young players, a little bit of inexperience, and you know, when you're playing against Richard Mulrooney and Ramiro Corrales, I mean, you know, there's something to be said there. I think they're one of the best combinations in the league.
Cleared away by Denny Clanton. Justin Mapp knocks it off the signboard. However, Wes Hart touched it last, and Orlando Perez throws it in. Brian Mullen knocks it back the other way. Long pass, touched by Ante Razov. Nate Jaqua. Jaqua brings it toward the 18, defended there by Jeff Agus. Agus has played every minute of every match so far, and this is game number 11. Headed away by Richard Mulrooney. San Jose, Ian Russell can't bring it down, and C.J. Brown knocks it away. San Jose's Ramiro Corrales gets it healed from Mulrooney. Ramiro through the circle, looking downfield. He's got Ching. He plays it back for Mullen on the right side, stolen away by Perez, knocked out of play by Brian Mullen.
That's the relationship you have with Ramiro Corrales. He's not afraid to go forward, and he does have that understanding with Richard Mulrooney that when he does, Richard will stay and hold in the midfield, so they keep it balanced.
Battle for the ball in the midfield again, bounces off of Mulrooney, who has 5 assists this year, which is tops in the league with a handful of other players. Ball bounces back. Pat Onstad gets his first touch. We're scoreless in the 5th minute at Soldier Field in Chicago. We're happy to be back in Soldier Field after a couple of years at North Central College in Naperville. Nice folks, nice little stadium, but nothing quite like being at Soldier Field.
Yeah, I think when they're playing here tonight, they get a chance to spread the game out. This field's a little bit wider than I think what San Jose is obviously used to playing on at home. And I think with that width, they're going to have the advantage. They got the 2 key players. You got Brian Mullen and Ian Russell playing, you know, the 2 wide spots, and they're going to do what they're best at, is taking people on, get behind their defense.
San Jose, 3 wins in their last 4 games. The only loss in that stretch was a very disappointing game at Columbus, in which they dominated play and lost 1-0. San Jose battles for it again. Ching slide tackles it forward for Corrales. Corrales plays it up the left side for Dwayne De Rosario. Has to hustle it down in the corner. Everybody's onside. Brings it into the 18. Hooks around for some help. Does a 360. He's defended there by Denny Clanton. Young man out of the University of Dayton. Ramiro Corrales has it knocked away. Evan Whitfield grabs it. Played back by Jeff Agus. Up in the air for Ching. Over the head of Ching and Curtin. And the foul called on Brian Ching.
Okay, here you see Dwayne with the ball at his feet. I'll tell you what, he's doing a good job of protecting the ball. He needs a little bit of support here. And he gets it across there to Ramiro, and unfortunately, something didn't happen.
Henry Ring drives the ball down the field. Craig Weibel can't grab it for the first time. Turns it back the other way, and Justin Mapp knocks it out of play. Kind of a fluid 3-5-2 that Chicago's playing here. They play without DeMarcus Beasley and without Chris Armas, Damani Ralph, Andy Williams, Dipsy Seloane, and they bring it into the box. Knocked away by Jeff Agus. Right out to Logan. Pause to Razov. Has a chance to bring it down. There's Jaqua. He brings it into the goal. Nate Jaqua in the 7th minute of the match, and the Chicago Fire take the early lead. And I'll tell you what, Pat Onstad is not a happy camper. They had a couple of chances to get that ball cleared away. Jaqua ended up with it, and Onstad didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I just see the ball coming into the box here. Razov's just got a little bit too much space, and he chested it right to Nate. Obviously, that was a good read off each other, but still, got to be a little bit tighter there in the box. I mean, that's just too loose. So Pat has every right to be upset. Still early.
Jaqua, the 22-year-old out of the University of Portland, makes it 1-0. Chicago in the 7th minute. From Razov. 6'3", 180-pound striker. San Jose with the ball now, playing from behind on the road. Mullen plays the ball through to De Rosario. Dwayne De Rosario trying to get it around Orlando Perez. And they called a foul on De Rosario, but the referee Prue says play on. Henry Ring grabbed the ball out of the air.
Yeah, I tell you what, here, Dwayne does a good job trying to get behind the defense, but defender there steps in his way, and it just, that was a good play.
So the Chicago Fire up 1-0, so at least we won't have a 0-0 conclusion here tonight. That has been assured very early on. San Jose playing from behind on the road. Corrales hustles after the ball. Logan pause for Chicago. Jaqua can't handle it, and Jeff Agus will turn it back the other way. So in his 4th match against Chicago, Pat Onstad has now allowed a goal. 3-0 finishes, and Onstad lets it go. Although he was in a tough circumstance on that one. Ball headed toward the 6, and Pat Onstad in his orange long-sleeved goalie jersey throws it out right side the heart. Richard Mulrooney very quickly plays the ball near the circle to Ching. De Rosario trying to get onside. And had he touched the ball, I think the flag might have gone up. Instead, Chicago steals it away. Whitfield hasn't knocked off his boot, but there's C.J. Brown from Hayward and San Jose States. Ryan Cochran slides the ball forward. Jim Curtin is there for Chicago. Back the other way comes San Jose. Stolen away, however. Good effort by Nate Jaqua, the goal scorer. Ryan Cochran knocks down Justin Mapp, and a foul is called and a restart coming here for Chicago. So a torrid pace here early on.
Yeah, it sure is. You know what, Chicago's doing a good job, I think, of spreading out the Quakes. They're using the width of the field to their advantage.
Ball played in to Mapp, knocked away. Razov can't come up with it. Ball toward the end line and cleared away by San Jose.
Yeah, that's a good effort by Dwayne. Coming back, getting to the ball. Just
Ryan
maybe need to stay a little bit deeper up top there, because right now the defenders, as they're getting the ball coming to their feet, they need an outlet pass. So the further back Dwayne comes, it's not going to help them out.
Throw in for Craig Weibel for San Jose. We're in the 10th minute. Chicago up 1-0 here in Chicago. The ball will be thrown in near the halfway line. Brian Ching, along with a handful of other players, came into action today, leading the league with 6 goals each. Damani Ralph, Alejandro Moreno, and Carlos Ruiz, who we hear may be back on Wednesday playing for Los Angeles. Bodies strewn all over the field, and finally a foul called against San Jose when they thought Ching was fouled a minute ago. Ian Russell called for the foul.
This could be dangerous here for San Jose. Obviously, you're looking to play the ball in the box and try to get ahead for Nate Jaqua.
Ante Razov with a wicked left foot will take the free kick from about 35 yards away, 32, 33 yards away, angled on the right side, chips it into the box for Curtin. He's offside. The ball was struck into the back of the net by Jaqua, but Jim Curtin was ruled to be offside on the play.
Yeah, we're just saying here is Ante just putting the ball into the box, and he's obviously looking for the 2 tall guys, Jim Curtin or Nate Jaqua, and Jim just jumped up a little bit early, and obviously he's clearly offsides.
At about 6'4", Curtin's already the tallest guy in the building. He didn't need an extra step, but he certainly took one. San Jose's Brian Mullen right side. Perez knocks it away. Off of Perez, throw in San Jose. Down 1-0 early on here in Chicago. Mulrooney plays it through a couple of players. Mullen gets it back. Mullen toward the 18. He can left foot it into the box, and he goes left side to Corrales. Corrales has to chase. Still outside of the 18 in the corner left side. defended by Logan Pause. He's the only man at the corner defending him. Now Razov joins them. Plays it back out to Craig Weibel. Weibel's got some space to play the ball, and he does to Mulrooney. Mulrooney touches it toward the box, misses his mark. He has to chase the free ball down, and he does, and plays it to Craig Weibel. Okay. Weibel loses possession, does Mulrooney. Kelly Gray, Lee High School in San Jose and the University of Portland. Played by Clanton, downfield for Jaqua, defended there by 2 San Jose players, and the ball is knocked out of play by Jaqua, and San Jose will throw it in on the left side. Throw in quickly to Agus. Jeff Agus wearing the captain's band for San Jose. Drives the ball, tried to downfield, but right off the face of Jaqua. Or Ante Razov, and stolen back by San Jose. Here's Russell. Russell can't control the ball. It's stolen away by Jaqua, and here comes the Chicago Fire. Jaqua plays the ball near the arc for Ante Razov. He slips and falls. A confrontation with Hart, gets no call, and Hart brings the ball 35 yards out of the box. Corrales, Mulrooney, Agus. Plays it into the circle, stolen away by Gray. Downfield for Razov, defended there by Cochran. Razov brings it into the 18. He goes down, and no call is made again as Razov slips down. Got a little bit of a physical bump by Cochran, but certainly nothing like a jersey pull or a trip.
Yeah, that's definitely not a foul. That is not a foul.
So Ryan Cochran, the 20-year-old rookie out of Santa Clara University, now sporting a bit of a beard.
Yeah, he sure is.
Sort of a goatee there as San Jose will throw it in on the left side. Cochran's made quite an impact here with Troy Dyack out for a while, though he will play again. Eddie Robinson out for the entire season. Chris Ronier out for the season. Cochran, first-round draft pick out of Santa Clara, has had a chance to play, and he's done a fine job.
He's done a fantastic job. I think, he first started against Dallas, and he's just obviously progressed from there.
San Jose's coach, Dominic Kinnear, was hoping to jump on top of the Fire tonight.
I think it's our attitude. The way we start off the game is going to be very important for us. I think Chicago may be feeling a little bit of heartbreak from their game last week, so I told the guys, try and stamp your authority in the game right away so they don't get confident, they don't get comfortable in the ball, and make it difficult for them.
That's what Dominic Kinnear told us before the game. Unfortunately, 7 minutes into the match, they're down 1-0. Into the box again, cleared away by Agus. San Jose has watched Chicago take the initiative here tonight. We're in the 15th minute. Dwayne De Rosario, defended by 2 players, including Denny Clanton, who knocks it away.
This thing right now with the transition game, when San Jose gets the ball, maybe they're just trying to rush it, or the pressure that Chicago's putting on in the midfield. And they're getting some turnovers here, and they're fast breaking on it.
Long pass downfield for Gray. Gray to Mapp. Hart picks up Justin Mapp. A man out of Brandon, Mississippi. Signed right out of high school. Ball played in the middle of the field for Logan Pause. Tackled by Pause away from Brian Ching. C.J. Brown drives the ball up in the air toward the 6, and there's Pat Onstad to grab it away.
Yeah, here's the tackle right here. When you see Brian Ching, just he needs to go a little bit stronger on the ball right there. I mean, those are the 50-50 balls that you got to win.
Logan Pause, 22-year-old out of the University of North Carolina. Without Armas and Beasley in the midfield here. The USA team playing Grenada tomorrow in Grenada. Here's the Fire again. They drive the ball downfield for Mapp. Cleared away by Cochran. Cochran plays it up the right side to Brian Mullen. San Jose's Mullen to Richard Mulrooney. Agus plays it back to Cochran. San Jose down 1-0. 17th minute at Soldier Field. Agus up the left side. Weibel's wearing a long-sleeved white jersey here tonight. Plays the ball back in the middle to Russell. Russell to De Rosario. Here's Whitfield. Whitfield looks around, leaves it off for De Rosario, and he strikes it. It ricochets off 2 players and right into the hands of Henry Ring.
That was some great ball work there. Obviously, Craig Whitfield going forward, getting himself in the box, laying off a nice little pass to Dwayne, who ran onto it, and unfortunately it hit the defender. So that's a great layoff there by Craig, and I tell you what, Dwayne didn't think twice about shooting.
Dwayne De Rosario. Scarborough, Ontario. Ball off the head of Jaqua. Cochran for San Jose. Back to Jeff Agus. Weibel, Agus, Cochran, and Hart from left to right across the back line. Ching has to battle at the halfway line to keep the ball away from 2 Chicago Fire players. Weibel plays in the midfield to Mulrooney. Mulrooney heads it back, but instead it goes to Chicago. The Fire continue. Rough tackle from Brian Ching, and the yellow card is out.
Yeah, I think Brian was a little frustrated there. When he received the ball in midfield, he was double teamed, and it took him a great effort to win the ball, and then as it broke down, he had to get back. So here you can see the foul again as he's just chasing back. You know what? He just, obviously going for the ball, but just clips him, and unfortunately it was a foul. I don't know if that's a yellow card.
Well, I think Ching's been tackled a couple of times hard, but I don't think anything you could say that was malicious, and shows his frustration. 18th minute yellow card to Brian Ching. Free kick right side. They drive it out the top of the 18. Cleared away 40 yards away by Jeff Agus. And Henry Ring comes 15 yards outside of the box to play the ball. Sets it up. Drives it downfield. Jaqua. With the cool temperatures on the long grass, it may be a little wet out there. Players are slipping all over the place. Here's a shot that's taken out of the air by Pat Onstad.
Yeah, good position by Pat.
Driven by Justin Mapp. Left foots the ball toward the right post, and Pat Onstad is there to make the play.
Yeah, it's a great position by Pat. It was a good shot there by Justin. Pat standing right there in the right spot as usual, and just brought it down.
Pat Onstad came in with a 163 goals against average, with just 1 shutout this year, and that was the 0-0 game earlier this year between these 2 teams at Spartan Stadium. Western Conference rival Kansas City Wizards coming to town next Saturday night to kick it off at 7 o'clock. One of the 3 remaining family pack games. Look for your coupon in the Mercury News Sports section Tuesday, Thursday, and game day. 4 tickets, food, and fun for only $46. Call 408-998-TIX, 998-TIXS, or go to sjearthquakes.com. The Kansas City Wizards at the stadium next Saturday night for 7 o'clock starts.
Yeah, we got a little stoppage at play here. I think on the 50-50 ball, Ian Russell and Denny Clanton happened to collide, and you can see right here, I think Ian just kind of slapped him in the face there a little bit, so a little bit of a surprise. I'm sure he's all right. Just get back up, and he's ready to play.
Denny Clanton in the starting lineup here tonight for Dave Sarakin, the second-year coach of the Chicago Fire. Playing on the back line in a 3-5-2 setup for Sarakin. And the Fire leading 1-0, 20 minutes into the match. Nate Jaqua from Ante Razov in the 7th minute. San Jose, all white uniforms. On the road, 2-3 away from home, 2-0-3 at home this year. Mullen has to hustle to get rid of the ball. Corrales back to Mullen in the corner. Long give and go there. Mullen defended by Perez, trying to get around Orlando Perez. He does. He drives it toward the top of the 6, and it's headed away by C.J. Brown. Right behind him was Brian Ching. Jaqua and Weibel battle for the ball, and it's cleared out of play by Jaqua.
That's the first time, Brian, I think this game got behind the Chicago defense on his side of the field. He was able to take the Chicago defender on, got the ball across, and as usual, always dangerous. Always dangerous.
Ball gets away from De Rosario, back to Ring. He misplays it. Goes straight up in the air. Battle for Russell, Jaqua, Weibel, and finally Ian Russell gets after the free ball, and Agus plays the ball into the circle for Corrales. Right side, they switch it up to Hart. Wes Hart to Ramiro Corrales. Ching back to Mulrooney, misplays it. Kind of sloppy play here tonight from the Earthquakes. Kelly Gray, he's got some room to run. He brings it, runs at 3 defenders, tackled away by Corrales. Ramiro tackled it right away. Downfield for De Rosario. He's onside. De Rosario all by himself into the corner. He needs some help. Brings it into the 18, toward the 6. Plays it right in the middle of the field for Ching, and at the near post, Henry Ring grabs it out of the air.
What a dangerous play. What a dangerous play. I tell you what. Great run here by Dwayne. Gets himself inside the box. He holds on to the ball, holds it. There's not really any player running to the near post. He just tries to drive it. Henry comes up with a great save.
San Jose's Egas knocks the ball up in the air as Chicago again on the attack. Corrales left foots it to the right side to a sprinting Wes Hart. Brings it over the halfway line. Switches it up. Mulrooney back to Corrales. Ronnie Eklund is on the bench and available here tonight for San Jose. Ching trying to get around 2 defenders. Plays it to Mullen. Mullen again picked up in the right corner by Perez. Runs right around Perez. Mullen drives it out front. There's nobody there. Did it get touched off Chicago? Yes, it did. It's a corner kick coming up left side. It'll be the first corner kick of the game.
What a dangerous ball here by Brian Mullen. Again, he gets past his defender, gets into the box, puts a dangerous cross across the box, and you know what? Unfortunately, one of the San Jose players weren't there to knock it in. But I tell you what, he is just having a good time over there.
Richard Mulrooney will cross the corner from the left side. 23rd minute, fire up 1-0. Here he drives it, top of the 6, headed away by Chicago, right back to where it came from. Richard Mulrooney. Mulrooney again up in the air. And Brian Ching being held, literally being held by C.J. Brown as Henry Ring grabs it in the goal mouth.
Yeah, 2 big players there in the box, definitely making contact. And, you know, C.J.'s just doing his best to keep Brian. And, you know what? Nobody's going to hold Brian Ching back.
C.J. Brown now 29 years of age. 8-year veteran of Major League Soccer. Ball out of play off of San Jose. Left side throw in Perez wearing a white headband. Mapp lets it get away. An easy play for Russell. Russell downfield for De Rosario. In a foot race now with Clanton. De Rosario deep into the left corner. Looks around, trying to get around Clanton. Plays it out in front to Brian Ching, but didn't have enough on it. And it's taken off the ground by Henry Ring. We are 24 minutes into the match here at Soldier Field in Chicago. The Earthquakes and the Chicago Fire. I'm John Schrader alongside Perry Vanderbeek. Nate Jaqua with a goal in the 7th minute from Ante Razov, the Britannia Arms. Game summary, it's 1-0 Fire. Chicago at 4-3-4 this year. 3-2 on their home field. San Jose controlling the ball in the midfield now. Mulrooney, long pass, knocked out of the air by Kelly Gray. And again, it's Whitfield. Whitfield touches the ball to Russell, and it's knocked away by C.J. Brown. A good one-touch by Whitfield on a little half-volley pass, but the defender Brown was right there in the passing lane. Ball goes the other way and scooped up at the top of the 18 by Pat Onstad. Quickly played downfield by Hart. San Jose down 1-0, though, still wants to play at a very fast pace here. Gray, Mullen. They both hit the ground. Nothing called. Chicago takes possession. Gray left foots the ball for Jaqua. He's got Mapp and Razov in the play. The ball goes off the hand of Jaqua, and the referee Alex Proust says it goes off San Jose.
That was a good defensive player by Ryan Cochran. Obviously, you know, he's going to stick tight to Nate. He's got the ball in front of him. He's got Nate in front of him. He's not going to let him turn.
So the throw-in coming here for Perez in Chicago to Jaqua. Jaqua works left side. Mullen just bounces right off of Jaqua, but Chicago keeps possession. Perez plays the ball into the corner left side. Jaqua defended there by Hart. It deflects off a San Jose player, cleared away off the right foot of Egas. Down off the chest of De Rosario up the right lane. Back to Mullen. Mullen plays to Hart. San Jose reorganize the attack here. Mullen touches it back to Hart. Back to Mullen. Back to Hart. De Rosario. San Jose looking for a long pass. Mulrooney. He finds Russell. Russell and Evan Whitfield battle for the ball, and it bounces all the way into the 18 to Ring, who right puts it forward to C.J. Brown. Brown, long pass downfield, misses his mark. Headed by Cochran into the circle. Mulrooney and Corrales combined to get possession for San Jose. Agus to Cochran. Maybe Chicago doesn't want to play at this pace. Maybe they're trying to slow it down a little bit here.
Yeah, they're letting us have a little bit more possession of the ball in our defensive third of the field.
Weibel for Mulrooney. Richard Mulrooney looking for some space. Chicago is packing it back a bit here now. The only player in their offensive end is Ante Razov. Perez. Quick touches, quick passes. Mulrooney. Weibel looking for some space up the left side. Ante Razov said this week that San Jose has the best work rate of any team in Major League Soccer. Ball cleared away by Cochran. Says San Jose is full of good guys, good team players, and all know their roles.
I couldn't agree with them more. That's why they have the success they had.
Rosario battling with the ground for possession. I beg your pardon, that's Clanton. Stolen away by Mullen. Brian Mullen brings it toward the 18. Perez tries to drag him down and can't. He was going to take the foul and Mullen wouldn't go down. Mulrooney plays it to Weibel. Craig has a chance to strike the ball, and again it's deflected off the back of a player, Evan Whitfield. Agus for Perez. Perez trying to bring it down. He wants to strike the ball, cleared away by Curtin. San Jose, Jeff Agus again deflected away by a Chicago defender.
Yeah, Chicago's just dropping players back behind the ball. They must have 8, 9 players behind the ball right now.
Here come the Chicago Fire in transition, up 1-0, 28 minutes. Ante Razov, the captain of the Fire here tonight, brings it back to Perez near the halfway line, plays it forward for Mapp. Back to Perez, a patient Chicago team right now, with the lead and the ball. Given away though, bad pass by Gray. Brian Ching, he's got a chance to turn it back around. Good job by Chicago to get together defensively. Russell looks around deep in the left corner. He's picked up by 2 players. Logan Paz is there. The ball goes out of play off of Paz. And then Jim Curtin jumps up, knocks the ball out of the hands of Ian Russell. Curtin knew the ball went off of a Chicago player. He went back to his defensive position, and the referee says it belongs to the Fire.
I even think the Fire is surprised they got the ball.
Dominic Kinnear is wondering what in the world happened here.
Yeah, I think Jim Curtin's just knocking off the ball out of his hand just to delay the game a little bit.
So Dominic Kinnear having a little conversation with the 4th official, Abby Okalaja, as the pass goes deep in the corner for Hart. Hart is there. Brown is there. C.J. Brown trying to turn it back the other way, gives it up to Mullen. Brian Mullen, middle of the field to Corrales. He left foots it back to Mulrooney. Right in the middle of the field, 45 yards away, back to a sprinting Craig Weibel. Weibel left foots it, can't get it through the defense, gets a chance to get it back. De Rosario, little push from behind by Clanton. Chicago's doing a very good job of working the San Jose forwards physically here tonight so far.
Yeah, they are. They're double teaming them. Actually, what Chicago's doing is they're dropping, 7, 8, 9 players behind the ball.
Stolen away again by San Jose. There's a hard tackle by Jim Curtin as a sprawling Brian Ching goes flying through the air. Curtin tackles it away, and San Jose will throw it in.
Yeah, it's been difficult for Brian every time he gets the ball. There's 1 and 2 players on him all the time.
He's being marked right now by Denny Clanton as San Jose gives it away in the midfield again. Jaqua stolen away by Cochran. He comes up and times the pass, leaves it off for Ian Russell in the corner. He's got some room to roam. De Rosario's behind him. Russell looks around. Russell goes right side to Mullen, who stopped his run. Ball gets away. San Jose gets it back. 31st minute, down 1-0. Slow it down now, get organized. Weibel plays the ball to Mulrooney. Back in the circle to Weibel. He's touched the ball more tonight in the first 30 minutes as De Rosario gets a big push in the back by Denny Clanton, which probably wasn't necessary because Dwayne wasn't going to get possession of the ball anyway.
You're right. He had his back to the goal, so he really wasn't going anywhere. It was just a late tackle there, and really no reason for that.
Actually tripped him, kind of stepped on Dwayne's right foot. Ball gets into the box. Here's Ramiro Corrales. He's got a chance. He sends it to the right side, and it just creeps past the right post. Want to be the hottest place to view all of the Earthquakes away games? Well, Britannia Arms of Cupertino is the official viewing destination for all Earthquakes road games. Come check out the next viewing party on July 4th against the LA Galaxy. All Earthquakes fans will receive 20% off food with plenty of beer specials. That'll be the 4th of July evening in Los Angeles. Ante Razov slides the ball through for Mapp. Cochran, Mapp. Onstad grabs the ball. A little poke off the right toe from Justin Mapp along the way, and the sure-handed Pat Onstad grabs the ball. Here comes San Jose's attack up the right side. Down 1-0, a little over half an hour into the game. Left side, Whitfield. Whitfield plays the ball to Russell. Russell bounces it back to Agus. Cochran right in the middle of the field, 10 yards outside of the arc. Quakes working from the left to the right here at Soldier Field. North to the south. Curtin, De Rosario. Curtin plays the ball back, though Ring won't be able to pick it up. Ching comes out and almost knocks the ball away as Ring drives the ball into the circle. Razov. Sloppy pass bailed out by Gray. Gray gave it away. Kelly Gray had a couple of bad passes here in the midfield. Wes Hart's got some room to bring the ball forward, and does. De Rosario clipped from behind by Brown. Turns around Gray. Gray grabs a hold of De Rosario. Slides the ball through to Russell. Russell crosses all the way through and over the top of Brian Ching. Again being defended there by Clanton. Ching didn't have a chance though. The pass was just too high.
Yeah, you look at Dwayne. Every time he gets the ball here, he's been hounded by all the Chicago players. So gets to a situation where he's able to knock the ball down the line to Ian Russell, and just unfortunately Ian just put a little bit too much onto it and was out of reach for Brian.
San Jose battling for possession of the ball, though Chicago's got it. Whitfield loses possession. Whitfield for Russell. Russell to Mulrooney. Get the attack started. They go up the left side. The left-footed Corrales. He drives the ball out front, and it's headed away by Brown. Intended for De Rosario. Here's Mulrooney. Mulrooney's got a chance. De Rosario leaves the ball back for Mullen, and the ball is knocked out of play over the end line off of Orlando Perez. And it's a corner kick coming up here on the right side for San Jose. It'll be their second corner of the game and the second corner of the game here in the 34th minute.
Another good opportunity there for San Jose. Dwayne, quick turn in the box there. I think he surprised Brian a little bit, and I don't think Brian was waiting for that ball to come back to him.
Jeff Agus will take the corner. He and Richard Mulrooney came into this game with 29 corners apiece from the right side. He left foots it right out in front. Headed away, knocked away. Here's Mulrooney. He grabs the rebound. Agus will drive it back out in front, off the head of Whitfield. It's still in play and bounces over the end line. Goal kick coming up here for Chicago. San Jose has scored just 6 goals on the road this year. So more than twice the number at home. 13 goals they've scored at home and 6 on the road. Though they've won twice on the road in 5 games. Mapp running right at Wes Hart. Wes Hart so far holding his own in the corner. Hart, Mapp, now Mullen comes along to help out. Orlando Perez, tall, skinny kid for the Chicago Fire, 26 years old now. San Jose's got it. Russell finds some help from Corrales, touches the ball to Whitfield downfield for De Rosario near the halfway line. He's got the defenders all the way away from the box. No, Brown would not let Ching penetrate the box, headed away. Curtin lets the ball get away. Here's Mullen. Brian Mullen. Logan paws on him. Plays the ball to his former Creighton mate. Mulrooney touched from Ching. Dumbing through. Here's De Rosario. Dwayne De Rosario sets up for himself. It deflects off a Chicago player over the end line. No, it wasn't over the end line. Ring saved it from going over the end line. It would have been a corner kick for San Jose.
Oh, Dwayne De Rosario is just causing so many fouls right now for the Chicago defense. It's his movement without the ball. All right, ball comes into his feet, he steps off it, goes into Brian Ching, and lays into his path. And that's very, very hard to defend.
Big collision at the halfway line, and Chicago's got possession. Jaqua, Whitfield tackles the ball out of play. He thought Jaqua touched it before it went out of play, but it's a throw-in coming here for Chicago. 36 minutes into the match, Fire up 1-0. Evan Whitfield will throw it in, and does. There's Whitfield to steal it away. Takes it right away from Nate Jaqua. Ching. Ching comes all the way back in the defensive end to get possession. Up the right side comes Westhart. He's got 30 yards of free space in front of him. He brings the ball forward. Paz picks him up. Corrales for Ching. Ching looks around, plays it back to Hart. Hart's got some more space to play the ball to Mullen. Mullen gets clipped from behind by Perez. No call. San Jose keeps possession. Here's Mullen. Mullen runs through the defense. Gets kicked again by Perez. Here comes Mullen. Mullen drives. Gets bumped by two guys. Leaves it off. Here's a shot right into the belly of Henry Ring by Ian Russell.
Again, another great run by Brian Mullen. He's just a tireless worker. Runs into the box. Thought he was going to give it away and go straight to him.
Brian Mullen, when you think that he's going to get knocked off his feet, he just won't go down.
Doesn't stop.
San Jose, though, still down 1-0. Battling for the ball at the midfield. Mullen hustles after it. Bray beats him to it. Clanton leaves it back for Brown, who misplays it up in the air, and Russell has a chance to touch it, but it goes over his head. Evan Whitfield brings the ball forward. Russell is hounding him. Now two defenders over there to keep the ball away from Whitfield. It bounces off of Chicago. San Jose will throw it in. Whitfield trying to keep the ball away from Russell, then throws it at Russell, who I must say plays so hard and so aggressively. He doesn't always engender good feelings from the opposition, Ian Russell. He can be a little bit of a thorn.
He sure can, and that's a good matchup over there, those two.
San Jose again trying to keep the ball away from Jaqua. Bounces off of Jaqua and Agus. Agus plays it forward for Weibel. Quickly gets rid of it. Ian Russell was offside, and the ball went out of play anyway. Dave Sarachan, who was in Jeff Agus' wedding last New Year's Eve. Former assistant to Bruce Arena at Virginia, at DC United, and with the U.S. national team. San Jose with possession. Down 1-0, 39th minute. Mulrooney brings it to the circle. Now he switches it right side. Westhart's had room here all night long up the right side here. I guess they're so worried about Mullen getting space that they've left it all to Hart.
Yeah, what they're doing is Brian's taking a defender away, and it's leaves like 20, 30 yards for Westhart. And on the other side, Craig Weibel has the same situation. You know, Chicago's dropped back far enough. It just leaves Razov up top. They're just getting guys behind the ball. And that leaves great space for these defenders to come forward.
Perez got the ball back and then gave it right back to Hart. Here comes Westhart. He's got space now 35 yards away. Mullen's in the corner. Perez is worried about Mullen. Mullen trying to get it around Perez. Does a 360. Leaves Perez on the ground. Brings it toward the 18. Knocks it off the belly of Jim Curtin. He's got a chance to cross it again if he can get through Perez. And Curtin leaves it back for Mulrooney. Mulrooney up in the air for Ching. Ching gets it down off the ground. Couldn't quite get his head on it. Cleared away by Chicago. And finally out of play, and San Jose will throw it in.
Yeah, that was a tough ball there. It was a ball coming in the box. It was kind of high. By the time it reached Brian, he was away from the goal, so he did the best thing he could do is try to head it back to where somebody could strike the ball and goal.
You got to believe if you're the Earthquakes, if you just keep this pressure up, sooner or later they're going to get in a position to put one in the back of the net, though they are down 1-0, 40th minutes. In Chicago, Hart in the middle of the field, now through the circle to Agus. Jeff Agus, he brings the ball forward. He strikes it, trying to get Henry Ring off his line, and it sails wide left. Boy, it's been difficult to get through that defensive line, hasn't it, Perry?
So you see Dwayne, obviously every time he gets the ball, he's being shut down, he's being hounded by the defense. It's very, very tough for him. But I tell you what, his movement, not only off the ball, but when he has the ball, he's very difficult to control. So credit to Dwayne.
You know, Dwayne and Brian Ching will continue to work very hard, as will Mullen and the rest of the Quakes here, despite the defensive pressure that Chicago's put on here. Ball headed away by Perez to Curtin. Curtin for Jaqua. Touches the ball up the right side. Russell sprawls through the air, and it's off of San Jose, and a throw in there for Chicago coming up here on the right side. Whitfield throws the ball in for Logan Paz. Paz looks around, can't get it through. Corrales and Russell combined to take it away. Finally a foul is called as Ian Russell gets kicked from behind by Evan Whitfield. Fouls are rather modest here. 3 fouls called on each team. Brian Ching is carrying a yellow card here.
I don't think anybody's backing off this game.
San Jose plays the top 2 teams in the Western Conference the next 2 weeks, and they'd certainly like to go back to Spartan Stadium, having gained at least something from this trip to Chicago before they entertain Kansas City and then go play the Galaxy in Los Angeles. San Jose's Richard Mulrooney hustles after the ball. 4-on-3. Mulrooney to Mullen, has to slow down for it. Brian Mullen looks around, plays it back to Richard Mulrooney. Just 3 goals in his entire MLS career, though he does have 41 assists. Mullen again defended by 3 players, leaves it back for Hart. Hart can bring it forward. In the middle of the field for Corrales. Slowed down. Everybody but Razov now behind the ball for Chicago. Weibel plays the ball to Russell. Russell for De Rosario. Gets it back. Russell back through. It deflects off of a defensive player, and Ring has to dive to his left to grab it.
I'll tell you what, San Jose did great. Chicago's got 9 players behind the ball, so they're making it very, very difficult. But it's plays like this, runs off the ball, combination play into Dwayne, a nice layoff, deflected. Could have been in the back of the net.
Again, a very long pass downfield. This has been the Chicago plan all night long. Get the ball quickly downfield. Jake was a big kid. Mapp is a pretty good sized kid. Razov is a tough guy.
Yeah, I think what they're hoping for is that they can, their transition, they can move the ball quickly down the field and leave it to the 2 big guys up top to hold the ball and wait for the rest of the team to join him.
Weibel again brings the ball downfield. De Rosario looking around. He's got Mullen, but he missed him. Orlando Perez takes it out of the passing lane. Here comes Justin Mapp. 43 minutes in the books here tonight. Razov, Cochran turns the ball back around, but Razov's got a chance to play it deep in the left corner. Ante Razov, UCLA Bruin. 78 career goals in this league. Gets it through 3 defenders. He gets dragged down, and again, nothing called. He bumps Cochran. Jeff Vegas is upset because he thinks if there's no call on the defense, there ought to be a yellow card for a dive by Ante Razov. Instead, Alex Proust calls nothing and listens to Nate Jaqua for 20 yards.
Jeff's right about that argument right there. I mean, even though Ante, he gets behind him, he just has a situation where, it's not a foul, and he throws himself to the ground.
Right, that is a dive. But you got to call it one way or the other, right?
You sure do.
You've got to call something, either a dive or a penalty kick, and he called neither. Razov scored on a penalty kick last week in Los Angeles. One of his 2 goals he scored at the Home Depot Center.
And I think Razov, if that was a foul, he'd have been arguing a lot more longer than what he did.
Nate Jaqua argued longer than Razov did. Here come the fire again. It's Jaqua who scored the only goal of this match so far. Came very early. Jaqua gets it through 2 defenders. He's got a chance, and he strikes it well over the top. Boy, he did a tremendous job to get himself a shot 10 yards away and then missed it badly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Here, look at this, Nate. He brings the ball wide, and he opens up some space for himself. And he takes off, and he gets between 2 defenders. And you know what? I tell you what, he puts that ball on goal, and it's a tough one for Pat again. They're letting Nate get too close to the goal.
Well, you don't see Pat Onstad barking at his defenders very often, and a couple of times we've seen him do that here tonight. Both times have been on Jaqua. Here comes San Jose. Russell's got a chance to leave it through. The ball rolls over the end line after 2 defenders touch it. Ian Russell had a chance to drive the ball with Ring off the line and couldn't get it through.
What a great opportunity there for Ian Russell. I think, like you said, Ring just got a hand to it. He got some part of his body. And unfortunately, the ball didn't roll across the line.
Well, he just tried to nurse it past Ring instead of driving the ball into the back of the net. Here's a corner kick for San Jose, their 3rd. Here it is short, knocked away by Clanton. Chased down by Agus. Agus back out in front, headed away again by Chicago. C.J. Brown, there's a hard tackle by Curtin. San Jose keeps possession. Ching has to take himself out of the play. Here's Mulrooney, bounced off of Curtin again. Now onside are all the Earthquakes. They gather it back into the corner. Mullen knocked away by Curtin, out of play. I think Curtin might have gotten away with one there a little while ago here in this sequence.
Yeah. What a great time to score a goal, though. Very unfortunate there for Ian.
1 minute of stoppage time, and we've already played about 40 seconds of it. There's a foul called on Craig Weibel. Trying to to keep the ball away from Nate Jaqua.
Going back to that chance that Ian Russell had, I got to give Henry credit. He came off this line real sharp, and you know what? From this angle that I got up in the box, it was difficult for Ian to put it by him because he came out and cut down his angle.
Well, Dominic Kinnear is not very happy here as the whistle has blown and his team is down 1-0 at the half. Coming up on the Toyota halftime report. We'll go around the globe. We'll have first half highlights and stats. That's all coming up in minutes. The Fire up 1-0 over the San Jose Earthquakes.
I like things in life that are the best. My best friend. The best shortcuts. The best cuts. And of course, the best place for these. My son. Chris, let me call you back. I'm a little busy.
Now at Radio Shack, get hot deals for Father's Day. Like a Sprint PCS Vision Ready Link Phone RL4920 by Sanyo. Just $49.99 with 2-year agreement. Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
It's Toyota's Open Road with big deals on the rugged Tundra. Pick your Tundra, then pick either 0% APR financing or up to $1,500 cash back. Or lease a powerful Tundra V8 Access Cab for just $289 a month plus tax for 36 months with $19.54 due at signing. Summer's sizzling, and so are the deals on Tundra. 0% financing, cash back, or a great lease. Get in on the Toyota Open Road. Visit your Toyota dealer today.
Create a whole new environment inside your car with Formula One window film. For an authorized dealer near you, call 1-800-653-1367. It's cooler than you think.
I'm the Olympic and American record holder in the triple jump, and I owe it all to Flex Power.
For warm, penetrating pain relief before and after games, I owe it all to Flex Power.
Flex Power's unique FlexZone delivery system goes beyond the skin layer to provide warm, penetrating pain relief to muscles and joints without the medicine smell.
10 years of life on the road, 200 shows a year up on stage shaking my groove thing. I owe it all to Flex Power.
Flex Power is available exclusively at flexpower.com.
Coming up this month on the show, we will hit the links with the Oakland A's. We'll also sit down with shortstop Bobby Crosby, and we may even sing the national anthem. All that and more on this month's edition of the show, brought to you by A's Brand.
Growing up, Fred and Ernie were very close. They had to be. They were born joined at the finger. But then, Ernie became one of those bandwagon fans, turning his back on both his brother and Bay Area teams. So while Fred has no choice but to put up with teams he doesn't care about, thankfully, you do.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Orchard Supply Hardware. The answers are out there. We'll help you find them. Budweiser, grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Western Union is always right around the corner. Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide. And by Bob Lewis Automotive Family in San Jose on Capitol Expressway Auto Mall, in Newark off I-880 and at boblewis.com. And welcome back to Soldier Field in Chicago. The Earthquakes and the Chicago Fire at halftime. And now let's take a look at our World Soccer Report. Perry, the big competition going on in Europe, and it has been interesting. Group C.
Yeah, there's been a few surprises here, and obviously the all-important games coming down to the third game for all these teams.
In Group D, action today. Germany and Latvia, 0-0, and the Czech Republic has moved on.
Yep, they sure have. It looks like the Netherlands and Germany are going for that second spot.
Germany may be in some trouble there. In Group A, action going tomorrow. Russia and Greece, and Portugal takes on Spain. Greece kind of in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, they sure are. It looks like Russia's completely out of it.
And in Group B, Monday's action, England, Croatia, France against Switzerland.
Yeah, right there, England, all they need is a tie to get through to the quarterfinals.
CONCACAF region, I guess just as or more important, World Cup qualifying. Canada is through after an 8-0 aggregate over Belize. USA, Grenada tomorrow, and Jamaica, a little bit of trouble their first time around.
Yeah, and you got former Earthquake player Fernando Clavijo is the coach of the Haitian national team.
MLS Timeline now, and it's brought to you by the National Soccer Hall of Fame in Ante, New York.
We would like to welcome back to Spartan Stadium. Suited up and on the substitutes bench, please put your hands together for Team USA striker and your very own San Jose Earthquake, Landon Donovan.
It was June 22nd, 2002, Landon Donovan redefining the phrase for club and country. A mere 38 hours after departing South Korea after a 1-0 quarterfinal World Cup loss to Germany, Donovan made an appearance in the 85th minute of a 4-0 win over the Colorado Rapids. We'll have more of the Toyota halftime report coming up from Chicago. We're at Soldier Field. It's the Quakes and the Fire.
Nickelodeon Games and Sports presents the MLS Play of the Week. This week's play is all about the penalty kick. A penalty kick is a free kick against the opposing goalkeeper from the designated penalty spot. In a physical MLS showdown between the Columbus Crew and Kansas City Wizards, there was one player who didn't foul up. It's Columbus forward Jeff Cunningham. With a first-half goal already in the books, Cunningham gets a shot at a double after getting fouled in the box. Jeff's penalty kick whizzed by KC keeper Tony Miola to secure a 2-2 draw at home. Keep it on Nick Gas for your inside peek at the MLS Play of the Week.
Are your hands free? Are your hands free? To answer a call, to pour some drinks, to break a fall, to say that stinks. Keep a beat, to eat some pie, to meet and greet, to zip your fly, to surf the net, to make your bed, to pet your pet, to bop your head, to pass a note, to paint your toes, to use the remote, to pick your nose. Are your hands free? Are your hands free? Are your hands free? Are your hands free? With great tasting ring pops, the flavor's always on hand. Mmm.
There's a definite reason people come back to Capital Honda again and again. For over a decade, Capital Honda has been Northern California's largest and #1 Honda sales leader. The highest volume means the best selection. Add that to low competitive prices, and you get what you want when you want it. Why waste time with the others when Capital Honda has it all? That's why we're Northern California's #1 Honda sales leader. Capital Honda. See us today in the Capital Expressway Auto Mall, or check us out online at capitalhonda.com.
Passing a few bills to my brother in Cleveland so he can pay his electric bill, or else it's lights out.
When it comes to sending and receiving money around the world, millions of loved ones rely on Western Union.
I'm sending money to Africa to help with my son's school bills.
Western Union serves 190 countries and offers a money-back guarantee. And with over 170,000 agent locations, there's got to be one near you.
The money is guaranteed. I wish his grades were.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
A tradition of American brewing since 1876. A commitment to quality that continues today. And a taste that lives up to it every time.
A skateboard can make painting baseboards easier. The answers are out there. We'll help you find them. Osh, Complete Hardware and Garden.
Toyota's Open Road is calling with amazing deals on the popular Camry. Take your pick, either 0% APR financing or $1,000 cash back. Or lease a Camry for a low $239 a month for 36 months plus tax with 1901 due at signing. Summer's heating up, and so are the deals on Camry. 0% financing, cash back, or a great lease. Check out a Camry today at your Toyota dealer before Toyota's Open Road leaves you in the dust.
This copyrighted telecast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.
Soldier Field in Chicago, where the homestanding team has a 1-0 lead over the Earthquakes. John Schrader alongside Perry Vanderbeck, and it's been a night where I guess the San Jose Earthquakes couldn't complain about how much they've been able to attack Chicago. They just haven't been able to get one in the back of the net.
Right, John. They've had their fair share of opportunities. And you know what? I stress patience, but no complacency. I think their time's going to come. They're getting some good opportunities. They're crossing some dangerous balls, and I think it's just a matter of time.
All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights, and they're brought to you by the U.S. Army.
Yeah, we have a look at the cross into the box. And Razov, he's just got a little bit more space than he needs, and he plays a nice chest pass to Nate Jaqua. And you see where Pat Onstad just really doesn't have a chance. Comes in with about 5 yards out, he puts it in the back of the net.
7th minute, that puts Chicago up 1-0.
Here's a brilliant play by Dwayne Di Rosario. Gets himself free, puts a little ball behind the defense. Ian Russell's there, and he just misses it.
Gotta drive that ball into the back of the nets. Let's take a look at the stats from the first 45 minutes of play. Brought to you by Budweiser. 3 shots on goal for San Jose. Of the 8 shots they've taken, they have all the corner kicks in this match. And 5 fouls committed by San Jose. And Henry Ring has made 3 saves for Chicago. We'll continue with more of the Toyota halftime report from Soldier Field, where Chicago, on a very early goal, still holding on to that 1-0 lead.
The tannic acid in tea can perk up plants. The answers are out there. We'll help you find them. Osh, Complete Hardware and Garden.
Brothers and sisters, to see the light, you got to believe. To feel the power, you got to believe. To possess the cup of glory, not 1, not 2, but 3 times, you got to believe.
See your MLS Cup champions in action.
There's a definite reason people come back to Capital Honda again and again. For over a decade, Capital Honda has been Northern California's largest and #1 Honda sales leader. The highest volume means the best selection. Add that to low competitive prices, and you get what you want when you want it. Why waste time with the others when Capital Honda has it all? That's why we're Northern California's #1 Honda sales leader. Capital Honda. See us today in the Capitol Expressway Auto Mall, or check us out online at capitalhonda.com.
Well, we've got the down payment for this house.
Yeah, but you know, we really want this one.
Now you can get the house you really want with nothing down.
We could. How?
E-Loan 0 down financing. It's new for home buyers with great credit.
We have great credit.
With 0 down, you could buy a $500,000 home for under $2,200 a month.
So we could get this house.
Nothing should come between you and the home you really want. Apply now for 0 down financing at eloan.com or call 1-800-ELOAN22.
Hey, Pete. Hey, guys, what's up?
We're gonna catch the A's game at Daryl's.
I'm not all that into baseball. You guys go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, I got a lot to do.
All right, see you tomorrow, bud.
See you later.
NASCAR This Morning, the only pre-race show that puts you on track with up-to-the-minute standings, interviews, and in-depth analysis you won't find anywhere else. NASCAR This Morning, tomorrow on Fox Sports Net.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Tony and Alva's Pizza and Pasta. Good food, good friends, good times. Capital Honda, Northern California's #1 Honda sales leader since 1993. Britannia Arms Cupertino, the official away game viewing destination. Come and check out our next viewing party on Sunday, July 4th versus the LA Galaxy. Britannia Arms Cupertino. And by Budweiser, grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. An outstanding evening here in Chicago on Lake Michigan, except for the Earthquakes being down 1-0. Very pleasant night here at Soldier Field. Perry's points as we revisit them.
Yeah, some of the things I brought up before the game about the midfield dominance. I think when they defensively need to be a little bit more compact. It's a wide field, and with Chicago playing 5 players in the midfield, they start stretching our players, and you know what? They're finding these little holes to play balls into the forwards. The intensity, you know, they just need to step up the transition when they win the ball going forward, because by slowing down the attack, what's going to happen is Chicago's getting 9 players behind the ball. Razov is the only guy that's staying up top, so they're just dropping off to the 18-yard box and make it very difficult, obviously, to play through balls. And then, you know what, the solid back four, what we looked at here is obviously an early goal, came off a free kick, but you get to a situation where not only I think that we're defending well, but also we're attacking with our wing backs. And, you know, that's allow us to go forward a little bit more freely. And I tell you what, Brian Mullen, he's getting in behind the defense down here, and he's sending in some dangerous balls.
So the last guy to run onto the field for San Jose was the goalie, the 36-year-old Canadian Pat Onstad. He's joined the huddle as we get ready to go here in the second half. They'll switch sides. The white-clad San Jose Earthquakes will go from the right to the left toward the north end of the stadium. And Chicago in their red unis will go toward the south end of the stadium from the left to the right. San Jose bringing out the same 11 players who started this match. And it appears the Chicago Fire have done the same. Long pass stolen away by Weibel. Headed back the other way by Clanton, but here's San Jose trying to get a quick attack going here early in the second half, down 1-0. Mulrooney gives it away. Kelly Gray plays it to Jaqua. Whitfield bumped by Mulrooney, bumped again by Mulrooney. Whitfield still with the ball, through Weibel, all the way to Jaqua. Nate Jaqua crosses it, leaves it short, cleared away by Cochran. Right out to Richard Mulrooney. Mulrooney to the circle, De Rosario. He looks around at his options. Mulrooney. Russell chips the ball downfield. It's a foot race. De Rosario and Curtin. Dwayne De Rosario gets his foot on it deep in the left corner. Jim Curtin off of Jim Curtin over the end line, and a corner kick coming up here for San Jose. So their 4th corner of the game. And it comes here in the second half.
Tell you what, Dwayne, getting in behind the Chicago defense down there in the corner, and he's obviously making it difficult for Jim, and you know the only thing he can do is kick the ball out of bounds. Hopefully here we'll see another dangerous corner as we've seen in the first half, and for Brian Ching and Craig Weibel to go on the end of this.
It'll be Richard Mulrooney in the 47th minute from the left side, arm up in the air, drives it right on top of the 6, and it's headed up in the air by Curtin, but not out of the box. Finally cleared away by Chicago. Mapp pushed from behind by Hart. Mapp downfield, nobody there, but Ian Russell, who along with Agus play the last line of defense on corner kicks. Then Russell drives the ball into the stands. Ian Russell, Wes Hart, Craig Weibel, all Huskies from the University of Washington in the Earthquakes lineup here tonight. Ball thrown in, stolen away by Mullen. Mullen's had a couple of pretty good attacks in the box. What a big hit by Nate Jaqua. He takes down Jeff Agus, and San Jose restarts it. Nate Jaqua's a big kid, about 6'3", 180 pounds. Oregon native who went to school at the University of Portland. Mullen can't control the ball. Hart saves him. Mullen drives it down into the corner. C.J. Brown is there. Brown wants to let it go over the end line. He touches it over the end line. Corner kick. San Jose. C.J. Brown saw Brian Mullen bearing down on him and could do nothing but just bail out.
That's good pressure by Brian Mullen. Obviously, he played the ball back to Ian Russell. Again, got in behind the Chicago defense. He's having a lot of success over there. And, you know, forces C.J., you know, get a the ball out of bounds.
Brian Mullen in his career in San Jose, 40 games, 13 goals, 15 assists. Here's the corner right side, left-footed Agus, leaves it short, bounces up in the air and over the top off of San Jose. Brian Ching and Brian Mullen were there at the near post, and Henry Ring has himself a goal kick.
I think Brian Mullen was just trying to flick the ball out. It was kind of a short corner kick. I don't think Jeff put it where he wanted to, but he was driven at the near post. Always a dangerous ball.
Brian Mullen, whose wife Kirsten is the soccer coach at Andrew Hill High School in San Jose. He's the assistant coach for the girls team. Long pass down for Mullen. There's Perez. He turns around and says, wait a minute, what's going on here? He drives the ball over the touch line and a throw-in coming deep in the right corner. So again, the pressure by Mullen forcing Chicago to make a mistake. Throw in to Ching. Corrales, maybe a little too slow-footed there, finally gets it through two defenders. Corrales for Russell and Whitfield through the 18 deep into the left corner. Russell leaves it back for Weibel. Craig Weibel left foots it, back post, and again Brown keeps the ball away from Ching, and Perez just knocks the ball over the end line. There wasn't anybody around him. He just drove the ball over the end line, and another corner kick here for San Jose.
Well, there's a little inexperience and I guess a little miscommunication between him and the goalkeeper. He had some time, bring that ball down and do a little bit better with that.
San Jose's corner, Agus again at the short post, and Jim Curtin heads it away. So that's 7 corner kicks coming up now for San Jose, not one for Chicago, but it's Chicago that has the lead 1-0 as we play through 49.5 minutes. The corner right side for the left-footed Agus. Probably wants to get it a bit more up in the air. Drives it right on top of the 6. Ball rolls through after it's Whitfield and De Rosario, and Dwayne beats everybody to the ball. Trying to get himself another corner here. Can't do it. Stolen away by Whitfield. Given away by Brown. Razov, though, hustles after it, but not before it goes out of touch, and a San Jose throw-in here. Boy, Whitfield pressured from one side and Perez from the other side, and San Jose's going to have to take advantage of this here soon. De Rosario gives it back to Corrales. Ching. Corrales gets cleared away by Chicago, but there's Weibel, heads it back to Ryan Cochran. San Jose down 1-0. Cochran plays it to Onstad. Pat Onstad rolls the ball forward and knocks it left side to Cochran. Up the left side, Weibel. Greg Weibel, 5 starts for the Quakes this year. Ching plays the ball through. He was trying to get himself in an onside position, and the ball just rolls right through to Henry Ring, and now De Rosario forces him to pick up the ball and do something with it.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Brian. He's coming back and obviously making himself available for the ball, but unfortunately the ball was played past him, and it was difficult for him to turn and run onto it.
Ball headed by Jaqua for Razov, stolen away by Agus, but given right back. Mapp now stolen right back by Hart. Mulrooney. Mulrooney gives the ball back to him, but C.J. Brown beats him to it, keeps the ball in play. The halfway line, drives it into the corner for Mapp. Mapp can't control it. Cochran has 2 choices. Knock it off of Mapp instead. Mapp knocked it off of Cochran. Throws it into Razov. Top of the 18. Ante gives it away. He thought it was a handball. And San Jose gives it right back. Sloppy here. And Chicago now trying to keep possession. 45 yards away. Logan Pause gets it from Evan Whitfield. Knocked off of Ian Russell. Throw in for Chicago.
Yeah, it's a little congested right now, John, over that side of the field. So I think obviously when San Jose wins the ball, instead of getting the ball out, they're looking to pay these 1-2 short passes and they're getting caught.
Denny Clanton in the starting lineup here tonight for the first time. Ball cleared away by San Jose. Perez plays the ball for Razov. It's taken away from him. Foul called on Wes Hart. Wes Hart, kind of a tough tackle from behind.
Yeah, it was good pressure on Wes Hart.
Just a little, actually, a good poke by the left foot. Razov realized that he probably ought to go down, so he crumples.
Yeah, I think there was more acting there than the actual kick.
Well, he got the call. Here's Razov, drives it. There's Pat Onstad. Can't get it on the first try. It bounces to his feet, and he drives the ball downfield. While Curtin was hounding him, C.J. Brown is after it. Mullen hounds him. Ring's got it back, and he plays it through the arc to Denny Clanton. Clanton with a long pass for Jaqua. Gets away from him. slipped. Agus, kind of a dewy field now on a cool night in Chicago. Quakes weren't very happy that the grass wasn't cut either. They were disappointed that the grass was so high.
Yeah, when they came in and trained here on Friday, they noticed the grass was a little high. Fortunately, in that situation there, they both slipped.
San Jose's Pat Onstad plays the ball all the way through the arc, outside of the box, drives it downfield. Miscommunication because Clanton is the only player who can play it, but he gives it right back to Weibel. Weibel, long pass. Ching's offside. Ching just couldn't gather himself. Ching and De Rosario both have been kind of pushed around here tonight by Curtin and Brown, and so they've tried to take advantage of the speed and couldn't do it. Some of the young fans here at Soldier Field. A reminder that the Women's United Soccer Association Soccer Festival's going on this weekend and next. The Atlanta Beat and New York Power playing with Boston Breakers and Washington Freedom in Blaine, Minnesota this weekend. San Jose Cyber Rays among those teams that are playing next week in Los Angeles at the WUSA Soccer Festivals. This one's at the Home Depot Center. So I hope you get a chance to see that action in Southern California. Ante Razov has just been given a yellow card for a hard tackle here in the 55th minute.
Yeah, right there. It's, a little miscommunication with Ramiro, and I'll tell you what, not only the foul, but the kick from behind. Ramiro has every right to get up and be frustrated with that one.
So Ante Razov is disappointed that there wasn't a couple of calls in the box. He's probably lucky he didn't get a yellow card for a dive in the first half. But he does get carded. He and Brian Ching. How about this? Two forwards have been yellow carded here tonight. Ching and Razov. Ramiro Corrales plays the ball through. Kelly Gray. Craig catches up from behind. Plays the ball for Mulrooney. Loses it. Gets it right back. Corrales right side to Mullen. Mullen can run at Perez as he has all night. And he does. He goes around Perez. Brings it into the 18. Out front Ching. And Ching just misses the ball wide right.
Tell you what a brilliant run there by Brian Mullen. Again, he beats Orlando Perez, gets in behind him, and that was a good read by Brian Ching. Here he is, taking him on, getting past him with his pace, and Brian just missed the target.
Good pass by Mullen to Ching. Two gentlemen who scored late in the game last week in a 3-1 victory over the Metro Stars. Brian Ching, one of 4 players in the league, coming into action tonight with 6 goals. Here comes Gray. Gray's got a chance, and he shoots it over the top. Kelly Gray got in deep, about 12 yards away on an angle on the left side, and drove the ball up into the stands.
Yeah, that was good effort by Kelly. There he is running with the ball, and you can just see just over the outstretched arms of Pat.
Kelly Gray. San Jose playing against his hometown team. And had a chance to strike the ball. Here's a pass into the corner for Mullen. Mullen plays it to himself. Offside is Dwayne De Rosario. Mullen got his toe on the ball to knock it over the defender, but Dwayne De Rosario then called offside when he touched the ball. We're in the 57th minute at Soldier Field. Quakes down 1-0 as they have been since the 7th minute of the match. Nate Jaqua scored his 2nd goal of the year. Perez, long pass left side for Jaqua. Jaqua keeps it in play. Cochran is there. Foul called. Well, actually the ball went out of play. So San Jose will throw it in, and they have. Mullen turns the ball around to himself. Mullen has become very deft at getting that attack going in a hurry. Mulrooney to Mullen, over the top of Perez, can't do it. Perez heads it, Mullen gets his head on it. De Rosario, he looks around left side for Russell. Russell, he's got to give it back to somebody, gets it through 2 defenders, looks right side. There is Ramiro Corrales. He left foots the ball and he drives it wide left. It, in fact, was hit so poorly it missed the flag on the left side, so it won't even be a goal kick. It'll be a throw-in just short of the flag on the right side for Chicago, and John Conway can't believe it. He's got that white towel around his shoulders. He's just ready to wave that thing in glory, but...
Yeah, that was a tough ball to hit. The ball was bouncing. I think Ramiro just really wanted to try to put some power on it, just misstruck it, obviously went out of bounds.
Chicago quickly gave up possession on that throw-in. San Jose with the attackers. De Rosario trying to get it around Curtin. De Rosario brings it into the 18, turns around, there's Clanton, and Curtin knocks it over the end line. Corner kick, San Jose, and they're getting quite a habit of this. That is 8 corners tonight for San Jose, 0 as in none for Chicago.
Yeah, the wing's just been a handful for the defenders this half.
Henry Ring spent 3 years on the bench here in Chicago. Watched the ball on the corner go all the way through. Mullen chases, can't keep it in play, and it's off of San Jose, and a throw in the corner, and a substitution coming up here for Chicago.
It was unfortunate there. So on that corner there, I think Craig had a good opportunity to head the ball, and he just obviously mistimed it, and ball went out of bounds.
San Jose hoping to dig into LA's lead in the Western Conference after the Metro Stars today. Very late. Got a Mike McGee goal. Got the ball past the goalkeeper. Popic had to come in the second half. Kevin Hartman was injured in the first half. Then Popic came in and played goal for LA in the second half, and it was a 2-1 final. LA loses in New Jersey to the Metro Stars. They are 6-4-3. So until this one is over, San Jose has 3 games in hand. They get the ball back. Mullen drives the ball for De Rosario and drives it way too far. In fact, the only person who had a chance to play that ball was the ball girl from behind the net.
She did good.
She got the ball quickly into Henry Ring. Here's the goal kick by Ring. San Jose at the circle. Corrales plays. Corrales loses possession of the ball. Logan Paz has it into the circle for Jaqua. Jaqua plays it right side for Whitfield. He's got some space to roam. Razov wants the ball out in front. And finally, it's Curtin who comes along to take that away. The ball gets away. Backside, here's Mapp. Justin Mapp can't get around one defender. He does the second time. And there's Pat Onstad at the near post to make the play for San Jose. Quickly throws it out right side to Wes Hartz. Razov a little frustrated. He wanted that ball earlier. Dwayne De Rosario's offside. Ball goes against San Jose. Quickly restarted by Chicago. We played a little over an hour here at Soldier Field. Jaqua gives the ball away on a bad pass. San Jose will throw it in. They're down 1-0 are the Quakes. Cochran collides with Jaqua. Cochran pays the price for it. San Jose has possession. Cochran gets up. I think he got something in the belly there. He gathers himself as the pass goes downfield, out of play, and San Jose will watch Chicago throw it in. Cochran got one in the ribs.
Yeah, he felt that one.
Dominic Kinnear, first-year head coach of the Earthquakes. 3 years the assistant to Frank Yallop, and twice those seasons ended in MLS Cup championships. Ball again goes out of play off San Jose. Throw in left side for the Chicago Fire, and it was the Fire who were victims in November of 2003 at Home Depot Center. 4-2 was the final. The Quakes beat them in the championship game last winter. Mulrooney has to fight off the defender to keep possession. Gets around 3 players and plays it back to Hartz. Plays it up the right side to Mullen. Mullen will go anywhere on the field to get possession of the ball and had to come all the way back into the defensive end. Weibel now being chased from behind by Whitfield. Played it to Egas. Egas turns the ball around, and Russell chests the ball, but he can't bring it in play. Clanton will throw it in for the Fire. Throws it into the man who's come into the game for Chicago. Substitution is Scott Butte, University of Maryland, out of Phoenix, Arizona. San Jose trying to get some possession here now. Mulrooney turns it around right into the midsection of Razov. And a foul called as Razov pays the price. Richard Mulrooney will be carded in the 63rd minute for taking down Razov at the end of the play. Little hip check and then some.
Yeah, I think it was just a little out of frustration there for Richard. He's been working hard in the midfield. He's been getting caught in possession with the ball. Obviously, something happens over here close to the sideline. It was just kind of a late tackle there on Razov.
So Razov takes a little time to get himself organized here. San Jose getting ready to bring in another player. Arturo Alvarez is going to come in and play the left wing spot for Ian Russell here, and the substitution comes in the 64th minute. Arturo just short of his 19th birthday.
Substitution for San Jose.
Played with the under-20 team in Fort Lauderdale, losing 2-0 on Wednesday night to Brazil. Arturo has a goal in 4 games heretofore this season, including 1 start. Long play, stolen away by San Jose. Cochran plays it for Alvarez, gets an early touch, and he gives it back to Weibel. We're in the 64th minute here tonight. Soldier Field, Quakes down 1-0. Long pass for Mullen. Gets away from him, though. Kelly Gray heads it back the other way, and Mapp plays it back to Gray. Gray touches it for Butte. He can't get the ball, and Cochran turns the ball back around and gives it off to Pat Onstad. Pat Onstad in goal for all 90 minutes of both of the Canadian national team victories over Belize, both by the score of 4-0. Those are the 16th and 17th shutouts of his Canadian national team career. However, he has been scored upon by Chicago for the first time in his MLS career. Off the chest of Gray. Gray, halfway line, up in the air by Cochran, off his shoulder, but got away with it. Cochran plays it for Mullen, missed Mullen, and a throw in here for Chicago.
Yeah, I think both teams tonight have just been a little unfortunate here in the midfield in these giveaways. Really, these unforced errors, it's been tough.
The flag went up, and the referee Cruz said play on as San Jose steals it away. Corrales for Ching. Ching's been frustrated all night long the way that Curtin and Brown have played him. He's got the ball now for De Rosario. He's going to get it back from De Rosario. He chases it. Brown is there. Brown and Ching both go down. San Jose keeps possession. Alvarez left foots the ball towards the back post, and it's off of Chicago player over the end line, and a corner kick coming up here for San Jose. Good effort there as Alvarez goes for the back post, and Chicago had to knock it over the end line.
Yeah, actually he was going for the back post and no one was there until Brian Mullen read it, and he made a great effort just sprinting to the far post, and actually, you got a corner out of this.
Brian Mullen may be visiting the dentist on Monday morning. He's holding his teeth there. Agus will corner it from the right side, drives it right out on top. Ching gets his head on it. De Rosario touches it. Goal! Goal, 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 goal! San Jose Earthquakes goal in the 66th minute. It comes on the corner kick, and the Quakes have evened the game at 1-1.
Tell you what, John, I was wondering how many more dangerous balls can Jeff Agus put across that box without one going in the back of the net. And actually, I think this turns out to be an own goal. Goes off the Chicago player right there.
It absolutely does. De Rosario was there, but it looks like Whitfield beat him to it. Evan Whitfield may be charged with an own goal here as he headed it into the back of the net.
Unfortunate for De Rosario because he was behind Whitfield, so if he would have missed it, Dwayne would have headed it in.
66th minute, there's no disputing that. Looked like the last player to touch it was Whitfield. It's 1-1.
I got to give some credit to Jeff Agus. He has hit, 5, 6, 7 dangerous balls across that box, and it's just a matter of time, between Brian Ching getting his head onto it or Craig Weibel or one of them.
Jeff Agus with his first goal of the year last week. It was the Sierra Mist goal of the week, and it was outstanding. A little dipsy-do with Richard Mulrooney on a set piece. You can talk about how much time teams spend in practice on set pieces, but they certainly have been to the advantage of this Earthquakes team. Stolen away by Alvarez. Good effort by Arturo. Just outworked his defender. San Jose in a 1-1 match now, 68th minute with possession of the ball. Everybody but Jaqua and Razov behind the ball for Chicago as Mullen gets it through one defender, gets it through 2 defenders, but then takes a shot at the end. Can't believe there wasn't a call made, but he does get the ball back as Gray misplays it. Here's Mullen. Mullen plays it to Ching. He can't turn it around in time. Defended there by Clanton. Ching and Clanton. Ching and Clanton. Ball still in play. Back out to Alvarez. Alvarez in the left corner. On top to Corrales. Good communication with De Rosario, and then it's finally stolen away by Logan Paz. Jim Curtin brings the ball out of trouble. Drives the ball downfield for Jaqua. Agus is there, gets his head on it, turns around to see where Jaqua is, plays the ball in the middle of the field, but there's Ante Razov. Actually more toward the right side of the field. Now he dribbles the ball into the middle of the field. Stolen away by Alvarez, and a foul called on Arturo Alvarez.
Yeah, I think you see Razov getting a little upset with his players right there. He's dribbling the ball and needs his players to be moving for him.
We're in the 69th minute at Soldier Field. The Earthquakes and the Chicago Fire. I'm John Schrader alongside Perry Vanderbeck. Hope you're enjoying it here tonight at Soldier Field. Jaqua got it started in the 7th minute, and then Chicago commits an own goal in the 66th minute. That's where we're at, 1-1. Britannia Arms scoring summary. Here's a play into the middle of the box, headed away by Cochran, and now finally cleared away as Mullen gets possession, drives the ball downfield for De Rosario. Brown and De Rosario bearing after the ball. Brown beats him to it, heads it back to Ring, who quickly throws the ball up the right side to Denny Clanton.
I thought it was a good decision there by Richard Mulrooney. Obviously, he's very good at distributing the ball. He's seen that one-on-one with Dwayne, trying to knock the ball a good 50 yards. Unfortunately, he couldn't get to it.
Ring gets the ball back off the foot of Paz, drives the ball at the halfway line, off of Evan Whitfield, then off of Craig Weibel, and a throw-in coming here for Chicago. Throws it into Jaqua. Jaqua defended there by Agus, stolen away by Weibel, who then gets tripped up by Whitfield. No call. Here comes Jaqua. Jaqua has it knocked off his foot, and Mulrooney clears it out of trouble. But here's Kelly Gray for Chicago. Kelly Gray, left side for Mapp. Tackled away there by Wes Hart. A sprawling sliding tackle by Hart. Knocks it into the touch, and then a throw-in coming here for Chicago. 70th minute. Stolen away by Mulrooney. Mulrooney to De Rosario. Leaves it for Corrales. Corrales looks around. He's got a speedy Arturo Alvarez on the left side all by himself, but the ball's being played on the right side. Hart near the halfway line. Back toward the circle, Corrales. Corrales drives the ball right in the middle of the field. Here comes Arturo Alvarez, and Henry Ring will watch the ball roll over the end line rather harmlessly.
Yeah, unfortunately there for those two players, when Romero hit the ball, it split both Brian and Arturo, and they weren't really sure which one was going to get to the ball, so neither one went for it.
Dominic Kinnear and his staff, John Doyle and Tim Hanley, the goalkeeper coach, an outstanding goalkeeper coach, Tim Hanley, with Bruce Morgan and Malcolm Phillips, trainer and kitman, respectively. Arturo Alvarez takes the ball away. Weibel plays the ball to Cochran, gives it back to Alvarez. Here's Ching at the halfway line. Ching touches the ball to Alvarez. Can't get control, so Butte plays it for Chicago. Scott Butte came on in the last 10 minutes last week in Los Angeles to make his MLS debut. Easy enough to say that Chicago playing shorthanded without Armas and Beasley and others, but San Jose plays without Eklund, plays without Dyack, playing without Robinson, playing without Landon Donovan.
I think, John, that's going to happen more often here in the summertime when you got the national team call-ups.
De Rosario tried to touch the ball to himself. Whitfield, little hip check on De Rosario, and Dwayne gets called for the foul. Busy weekend schedule, a little low on dough. Well, the Earthquakes have 3 game value packs for you. You get 2 action-packed weeknight games featuring $1 hot dogs and sodas all night long. Plus, you can select any regular season game to complete your 3 game value pack. Starting at just $33, call 985-GOAL, 985-GOAL. Earthquakes and Chicago Fire 1-1 here. We're in the 72nd minute at Soldier Field. Clanton for Chicago brings the ball forward. Touched by Paz, bumped by Corrales, keeps control of it. Onstad is outside of the 6 to take the ball out of the air on a pass intended for Ante Razov, who was credited with an assist in the Chicago goal. San Jose, back line Cochran.
Some good ball movement now. Really, I'm watching. You see the shape that really San Jose has in their team right now. I think Chicago's finding it very, very difficult to play through. So actually, they're trying to go back to the long ball, try to find Jaqua and Razov.
Denny Clanton brings the ball forward. Given away by Pause. San Jose's got it in the circle. Mulrooney looks downfield, and Alvarez was offside, so he slows it down, leaves it for Ching. Ching for Corrales. Corrales slips, falls. A bump from behind. Chicago's got the ball. Justin Mapp. Mapp brings the ball downfield. Richard Mulrooney touches it once, twice. Mapp still got control of it. Mapp brings it into the 18. Mapp turns around. Finally, he sprawls down and falls. And there are 3 earthquakes there, including Brian Mullen to take it away. Mullen brings the ball all the way near the halfway line toward the circle. Finally plays it left side to Weibel. Craig Weibel's got some space to roam. Looks around. He plays it for Ching. Ching is onside. Here's Curtin. Ching trying to turn Curtin. Ching brings it toward the box, and there at the back line to make the play is Henry Ring.
Yeah, you look Justin Mapp here making the run into the box. He's got not 1, not 2, but he's got 3 defenders coming around him. And you know what? I know Justin's a good player and he's fast and everything, but it's put himself in a difficult situation.
Well, he just allowed the defenders time by keeping hold of the ball so long. De Rosario took off a little too soon on Arturo Alvarez, who stole the ball away. Another busy MLS soccer Saturday. Metro Stars beat the Galaxy 2-1. LA scoring on a penalty kick. DC United beats Columbus 3-1. Kansas City beats New England 3-1. They're now tied with LA for first in the West. And Colorado and Dallas are scoreless in the first. MLS Wrap on Fox Sports World airs Saturday nights at 9 o'clock Pacific time, and again Sunday afternoons at 1 o'clock. Catch MLS Wrap, all the scores, highlights, and analysis of every MLS game on Fox Sports World. We're 1-1 here, 75th minutes. San Jose trying to keep the ball out of trouble. Mulrooney just senses when there's somebody behind him, doesn't he? Just senses when there's a guy behind him trying to take it away. He finally gets control of it. Here's Alvarez. Alvarez for Corrales. Brings the ball back to Weibel. Weibel looking for an angle. Jaqua's there. Plays it back to Onstad, who has the left-footed, and he does. Toward the circle. Ching is after it. Brown is after it. Ball is free. Mapp finally grabs it. Hounded from behind. An attempted tackle by Hart. And Mapp keeps it in possession. Plays it right side for Clanton. This has been a hard-fought, physical struggle all night long. Evan Whitfield can't get it in play. Cleared away by Agus. Butte's got the ball off the head of Corrales. Here's big Jim Curtin. Drives the ball left side for Mapp. Wes Hart is there. Heads it back the other way, but not out of trouble. Justin Mapp's got it on the left side. He wants to left foot it into the box, and he does. Onstad tips it away. It goes over the end line. And a corner kick coming up here for Chicago, and that'll be their very first corner kick of the night.
Again, that's a very dangerous ball by Justin Mapp. You can see Pat Onstad. I think he misreads a little bit, but he does great just getting a hand to it and knocking it out of bounds, out of danger. So Pat was on his toes there.
9 San Jose corners, and this is the first one for Chicago. San Jose scored officially on an own goal by Chicago, but it was forced on a corner kick. Justin Mapp from the right side in a 1-1 game. He drives it straight up in the air, top of the 6, headed toward the goal by C.J. Brown. Kelly Gray was also there. I guess that's fitting, a San Jose State guy and a San Jose native there, but neither of them could get it anywhere close to the goal, and a goal kick here for Pat Onstad.
You see the difference in corner kicks there. Jeff Agus, when he takes his corners with his left foot, he drives them, and it's very, very difficult for defenders and the goalkeeper to react in those situations.
Onstad with a goal kick. Dies at the halfway line, up in the air off the head of Ching. Mullen is after it. Mullen keeps it in play for De Rosario, who touches it to Ching. Has to slow down a bit to get control. Richard Mulrooney. Mulrooney back to Ching. Ching can't keep control of it. The ball does take a San Jose bounce, though. The deflection out to Alvarez. Good at running at players. He leaves it off for De Rosario, who couldn't get it back to Alvarez. Might have gotten a little chip from behind. And Alvarez comes over and keeps the ball away from Curtin and slows down the attack.
Yeah, it's a good little 1-2 at the top of the box. Just unfortunately, Dwayne put the ball a bit too far ahead of him.
I tell you, Arturo Alvarez has the speed and has the ability to run at players. He's missing really only the nuance of playing at this level.
Yeah, you're right, John. I think it's just a matter of time. He's a young player. He comes on, he makes his presence. He's not afraid to take people on, get behind him. And, you know, he's got a good left foot.
The ball off the head of Nate Jaqua, but a foul called on Craig Whitfield. And Arturo, when he learns the sense of playing the entire length of the field, when he gets back and plays a little better defense. He certainly is a creative player, and he's a dangerous player. He's got speed and a nasty left foot. And I know the Quakes are excited about the time when he's going to be a 90-minute player. Nice play into the box. Onstad is there. Razov is there, and Pat Onstad surely picks it out of the air, then throws it down the left side to Alvarez. He's got some room to run. Paz catches up to him, and Alvarez gives it away. Then Paz gets kicked. And a foul is going to be called on Alvarez as he accidentally but dangerously kicked Logan Paz, and there's another yellow card here, and it comes in the 79th minute.
Yeah, I do think Arturo that was going for the ball, just unfortunately kicked the player, and the referee didn't agree. So he was a little frustrated when he tried to hit the ball to Dwayne. He just got a little frustrated there. So
on my count now, that's 4 yellow cards that have been handed out here tonight. Mulrooney and Alvarez, Ching, and Razov. We're in the 79th minute. Quakes 1, Chicago 1. Big collision there. And it was Jaqua who gets called for the foul that time as he runs over Wes Hart.
Yeah, look, you look at this 50-50 ball here. Wes is completely focused on the ball. Nate come back and yeah, he about took his head off.
Well, let's see. Nate goes 6'3" and $180, and Hart goes about 5'7" and $155.
Yeah, I got to give him credit for the effort, but definitely a foul.
Here's the free kick, San Jose. Ching is after it, gets his head on it. De Rosario, he's got it toward the box. He strikes the ball, and Henry Ring is there to make the play. Sprawled to his right. Dwayne got some pretty good mustard on the ball toward the left post, but Henry Ring was up to the task.
It's a good flick on by Brian. And you look at Dwayne, just picks up the pieces there and strikes a hard, difficult ball on the ground, and Henry made a great save.
Chicago again with the attack, turned around the other way by Mulrooney. Off the head of Gray. Mullen is after it. Razov plays it back to Kelly Gray. Attack, attack, attack. That's the name of the game here tonight. And Cochran keeps the ball away from Jaqua. Drives it downfield. Headed back the other way by Butte. San Jose trying to get it out of the box. A little deft header by Agus to Hart in the corner. Hart plays it back out. And here comes San Jose on the attack. Ching plays the ball for De Rosario. Mullen back in the middle of the field for De Rosario. Ching back for Richard Mulrooney. Switches to the left side. 81st minute. 1-1 is our score. Alvarez trying to get around Clanton, and he does. Here comes Arturo Alvarez. The ball takes a nice bounce back to Arturo. Plays it to Richard. Richard settles things down. Right side, Hart. Hart coming into the attack from the fullback spot to Mullen on the right side. Trying to get around Kelly Gray. Trying to get around Gray and Mapp. Gets around both of them. Brings it into the box. And cleared away by Jim Curtin. And San Jose will throw it in right side. Hart hustles after the ball. Urgency here. San Jose with the urgency. Hart crosses. Here's De Rosario up in the air. Is Ring going to have to play it? No. The ball bounces over the nets and out of trouble, and Henry Ring's got a goal kick.
Another one, Dwayne. Tough ball to hit, but I tell you what, he gets his foot on it and it looked closer than what it was. But one word about Brian Mullen. Unstoppable.
Why not bring your group to the upcoming Earthquakes game and save? It's a birthday game, soccer team, a work trip. Just bring 15 very loud friends. Discounted seats available for 15 or more at 408-985-GOAL. We invite you to bring your party to our party. Chicago with the ball. San Jose takes it back. Mullen gets through 2 defenders, plays the ball to Morales. Back to Hart. San Jose with a second half goal here. 1-1 is our score. Brown can't keep it away from De Rosario. De Rosario in the corner. He crosses for Ching, and it's knocked away. And a dangerous play by Clanton across the mouth of the goal and over the end line. And now in double digits in corner kicks are the San Jose Earthquakes. This one will come from the left side off the right foot of Brian Ching.
I'll tell you what, John, looking at that from this angle, I thought it was almost another own goal.
Ching plays it short to Mulrooney. What's he going to do with Ching? Ching toward the 18. He left foots it out on top. Here's a chance! And a strike by Craig Weibel off his right foot toward the right corner and missed.
Yeah, unfortunate for Craig. He was just camping out at the far post there. He's seen the ball coming across. I think it surprised him a little bit. Maybe his vision was blocked. And just unfortunate. Just, cracked the ball with his right foot. I think maybe because he's a left-footed player, he didn't get on it when he wanted to get on it.
And he comes back at the other end and runs right over the top of Ante Razov and gets called for a foul. Craig Weibel.
He wants that back with his left.
It's like Weibel just beats the odds every day, every week. This 29-year-old he described as a journeyman who's made himself into a professional soccer player and has survived. Foul call, no foul call as Mullen gets run over, so Mullen just gets up, gets himself in the play, knocks down a Chicago player, C.J. Brown, and we're still going. Mullen now toward the 18, runs at the player, trying to get around Curtin. Curtin knocks the ball away and a foul called on Brian Mullen. Mullen says, what are you talking about? How could I knock Jim Curtin over? San Jose with Ching and Dwayne De Rosario up front. They just keep on the pressure.
I'll tell you what, Dwayne is a handful tonight. You look at his movement on the ball, off the ball. Every time he gets himself, any 50-50 ball, any ball that drops down by a defender, Dwayne's always there to pick it up.
Chicago on the attack here. Here's Razov. Razov trying to get around. He's going to get a penalty kick. He gets tangled up and Agus can't believe it. Razov and Weibel get tangled up and the call goes against it. Now Agus gets a yellow card. He throws the ball down on the ground. Alex Proust has shown Jeff Agus a yellow card. Weibel and Razov were running through the box. They get tangled up. Razov goes down and Razov's going to have a chance to put the fire up here in the 85th minute.
John, I cannot believe that myself. You look at Razov, even though he's played the ball past Craig, he runs into Craig, all right, and he falls down.
Here comes another yellow card, and Jeff Agus has just been thrown out of the game. He wouldn't stop complaining about it, and he's just been run with 2 quick yellow cards. And now he's going to turn around and get his money's worth. Alex Proust just didn't want to hear it. He shakes Proust's hand and walks off. He's been red carded here. In the first game these teams played, Ramiro Corrales was red carded. So San Jose, if they survive the Razov penalty kick, now the 4th official, actually it's the linesman who's been getting an earful now from Dominic Lanier. Alex Proust now watches Ante Razov set it up. Remember what happened the last time Razov set up a penalty kick against Pat Onstad? He made the save in MLS Cup 2003.
You know, it's unfortunate for Jeff.
So this all started in the 85th minute. We're now 85 and a half minutes through here now, and Razov's got a chance to put Chicago up 2-1 with a penalty kick try. Onstad is ready. Proust says, get back. Craig Weibel is the one who's called for the foul, and now Whitfield. Here's the strike by Razov, and it's saved by Onstad! A kick saved by Pat Onstad, and it's still 1-1.
What a brilliant save.
And now a foul is called on Brian Mullen. He takes down Justin Mapp. What a save by Onstad. That's the play of the game so far.
Tell you what, Pat guessed right there. Got a shin to it. Great save, Pat. Great save.
1-1 is the score. Razov snake bitten by the Canadian keeper, Pat Onstad. He struck it a little bit better this time than he did in the MLS Cup, I'll tell you that. And Onstad, sprawling to his right, kicked it away with his left foot. And it's still a tie game in the 87th minute. Free kick coming here, though, for Kelly Gray in the Fire, about 30 yards away from the left side. Drives it out on top, headed toward the goal. Here's a chance, and Onstad gets the ball off the foot of Nate Jaqua. It was headed toward the right post. Jaqua got something on it, and Onstad is there to make yet another play for San Jose.
Not only did he save that, but he held on to it. And that kind of traffic, those people in the box, no telling what can happen. Another dangerous ball here in the box off the free kick. Nate's at the far post, and Pat just Just quick.
By our count, Pat Onstad has made 9 saves in this match tonight, none bigger than the last 2. It's still 1-1. Earthquakes going at Chicago now. Brian Mullen again runs at the players, goes around Gray. Got a chance to cross it, and he does for Ching. It goes over his head. Clanton is there. Clanton puts it up in the air. Richard Mulrooney brings it down off his right foot. Turns around away from pause. 88th minute, 1-1 is the score. Thanks to Pat Onstad saving the penalty kick try by Razov on what was probably a questionable call to begin with. Now the Quakes in a 1-1 game, remember, playing a man down. Jeff Agus, upset by the call, got himself thrown out of the game. So this is the first minutes he's missed this year. He had played every minute of every match up to this point. San Jose with the ball back again. Knocked away by Chicago. Out of play. Throw in San Jose. 88 minutes into the match. Dave Sarachan, the Chicago Fire coach. They were heavily favored in MLS Cup last year to get their second championship. Instead, San Jose got its second championship. Dominic Kinnear just can't leave it alone. He is really upset, and Abby Okalaja has to restrain him on the far side. And now Alex Proust is going to come over and tell Dominic to shut up. This game is close to getting completely out of hand. The fourth official has given Dominic a warning. Now John Doyle is doing a dance, and Alex Proust just asked Dominic Kinnear to sit down. He is really upset. 1-1 is the score. San Jose gives it away. Here's Whitfield. Whitfield knocked off his foot by Alvarez. Slowed him down. Now Ching hounds him from behind. Chicago. 1-1 is our score. We're 89 minutes into the match. Brown goes left side to Gray. Kelly Gray. Back to Brown. Slows it down. Chicago had a golden opportunity to take the game 2-1. Razov stopped by Onstad after Agus was thrown out with 2 quick yellow cards due to dissent. There's a collision in the corner, and the foul goes on Chicago's Nate Jaqua. He runs over Craig Weibel. Ante Razov. Boy, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly with this guy, don't you?
Yeah, he's had a busy night tonight. You can see, you know what? He's just here on the first goal. It was a great chest pass right to Nate, set the game up. Again, you see what? He gets in here. He's always been dangerous. He's throwing his body. And again, he didn't catch that one, but he caught the one in the second half here.
Boy, and the lucky break, too, after stopping the penalty kick, was that there was nobody bearing down on the ball on the deflection. It sort of settled in the middle of the box there, and there was nobody around. Here's another free kick here. It'll come from Justin Mapp. Severe left corner. We've played 90 minutes, and we will play at least 4 more. Here's Onstad on the free kick, and a foul is called on Chicago. And San Jose will restart it. Pat Onstad looks around. He doesn't know it, but there's 4 minutes of stoppage time. Ryan Cochran got barreled down on the free kick. Onstad made the play nonetheless.
Yeah, Pat's in no rush here. You can see in defending that free kick, the right thing. San Jose's got every one of their players in the box.
Kansas City has moved into a tie for first place with Los Angeles. San Jose could get a point closer to first place, or 3 points closer to first place. This issue has not been decided, or they could get no closer. We're in stoppage time. 1-1 is our score. Mulrooney gets knocked down hard by Justin Mapp, or by Logan Pause, I guess it was.
Yeah, that's a tough tackle there. Richard was actually in the air when he got bumped.
Richard Mulrooney will take the free kick here now. So unfortunately, we won't see Jeff Agus on the Spartan Stadium field next Saturday night. Quakes are down a man. Jeff's probably watching this game right now in the locker room.
Yeah, knowing Jeff, the passion he has for this team, it's killing him.
You know, he knows. He's been at this business a long time. He knows how far to go. And he thinks something must have happened. Something must have ignited him down there. And
I have to agree with Jeff. I personally don't think that was a PK. I mean, Razov, he's been around the game long enough, and he's an experienced player. When you dribble the ball and you play it past somebody, and you run into him, and throw yourself on the ground, that's difficult.
San Jose will throw it in deep in the right corner. And the Earthquakes here now acting like a team that would be pleased with a 1-1 outcome here. Ching and a big collision at the halfway line, and Chicago gets the ball. We're halfway through. 4 minutes of stoppage time in a 1-1 match at Soldier Field. There's a long play. Cochran very courageously goes up with Jaqua. We're going to see more really good things from this kid Cochran. He's 20 years old. Here comes Mullen. Mullen runs through 3 players, then gets kicked down by Scott Butte, and that'll be a yellow card.
Yeah, line was between the 2 players. He was on his way, and he's brought down.
Boy, and he is holding his right ankle. Ryan Mullen was about to run through everybody and paid the price. And Scott Butte, who came in the game in the second half as a reserve. We'll watch San Jose here in the 3rd minute of stoppage time get a free kick about 10 yards into the offensive end. So we'll see what the Quakes decide to do here. Mulrooney certainly has the leg to send it all the way into the box if he likes. A tremendous right leg for a guy who scored only 3 MLS goals. Here he brings it in for Ching. Ching turns. He can bring it back down. Yes, he does. Keeps it in play. No, he does not. It's ruled to have gone over the end line, and a goal kick here for Henry Ring and Chicago. San Jose playing a man down since the 86th minute when Jeff Agus picked up 2 quick yellow cards, disputing a foul call in the box in the area that led to a penalty kick try that Pat Onstad saved. 1-1 is the score in a game that has had this kind of spirit since the first minute of the match. Chicago's they led at the 7-minute mark. Craig's tied at 66th minute on an own goal. Chicago, though, still coming after it. Weibel is after it. Turned around by Mulrooney. Ching just didn't have the legs to get after it. Brown beat into it. Here's Gray. Gray for Chicago. Headed up in the air, but not out of trouble yet. Hart. Now Cochran gets to the ball and plays it right to Ching. Mullen's got it. Driven downfield by Mulrooney. We've played through 4 minutes of stoppage time, and that's it. The whistle blows. The game is over, and San Jose gets a point out of the Soldier Field endeavor here tonight in a 1-1 draw with the Chicago Fire, thanks to the penalty kick saved by Pat Onstad. The Orchard Supply player of the game is San Jose goalkeeper Pat Onstad, who made the big save among his 9 saves on the night, and he gets congratulations from John Conway. Ante, Razov, and the Fire are walking off the field wondering what might have been on this cool, breezy June night in the Windy City. Back after this.
What happens when Jesse James and Kid Rock, 2 masters of metal, set out to ride across Mexico on Jesse's newest creations? A road trip into the soul of Jesse James. Motorcycle Mania 3, premiering tomorrow at 9, only on the Discovery Channel.
Toyota's Open Road is calling with a huge selection of amazing deals. Right now, get 0% APR financing or $750 cash back on Toyota Corolla, Matrix, Solara, or Tacoma. Or 0% or $1,000 back on Toyota Camry, Highlander, or the 4-door Tundra Double Cab. Take your own road in the Tundra Regular or Access Cab and get 0% or $1,500 back. But step on it before Toyota's Open Road leaves you in the dust. See your Toyota dealer today.
Brothers and sisters, to see the light, you got to believe. To feel the power, you got to believe. To possess the cup of glory, not 1, not 2, but 3 times, you got to believe. Dwayne Rosario, spectacular. Say it with me, we want 3, mighty, mighty me, we want 3.
See your MLS Cup champions in action.
This is Bob's house, and this is Britannia Arms. Bob's house, Britannia Arms. Bob's, the Brit. So where would you rather spend your free time? Britannia Arms, Armageddon Expressway at Cherry, and San Pedro Square in downtown San Jose.
There's a definite reason people come back to Capital Honda again and again. For over a decade, Capital Honda has been Northern California's largest and #1 Honda sales leader. The highest volume means the best selection. Add that to low competitive prices, and you get what you want when you want it. Why waste time with the others when Capital Honda...